But I'm gonna review the Philadelphia qualifying of season 10 A&W. I'm gonna go off by saying I felt like this was I'm not saying it was, but in my opinion, I felt like it was kind of like the weakest episode, or not weakest episode, kind of weakest batch of ninjas of this season. Obviously due to the rain, obviously due to the fact that not all of the ninjas competed, causing this to be the lowest number of ninjas ran. So kind of by statistics and kind of who was left, it was like the only survivors and all the survivors of almost a war, not a war, whoever survived, not of the fittest either, survived over a certain challenge, other than the obstacles. Almost then. Which left you for a field of strong ninjas. Between two strong ninjas of Alyssa Beard and Michelle Warnke and Najee Richardson. I think they're strong. Alyssa Beard can carry herself being strong, being the female ninja who went it the farthest the previous season. But I feel Najee is an A-list ninja. He is so talented, but I feel like he is not really the total package. He's the total package, but I don't know. I just think he's not one of those like Joe Morosky where it's like, oh, he's in this region, oh, it's stacked. Oh, Joe's in this region, oh, it's stacked. It's not one of the person where he makes or breaks a region, meaning he can make the region really good, can be really ninja first. I think he's one of those ninjas who are good, and is in better when he's played off of other great ninjas. But here, there's not really any other great ninjas to play with, so you kind of have to ride with him being promoted as the strongest ninja, which is totally true, which goes to show the talent. But I do think in this episode in particular, that's not the case. I think, you got Jamie Ron, you got James the Beast McGrath. It's not just him. It's not just Najee. And I think that's something you have to understand, is that they're marketing off this one guy and one ninja who is at stardom, but I think he's not enough to bring this whole force. If it's only Drew marketed, that's different. Sure, that's why I think Drew and Najee aren't exactly on the same level. And as far as they presented it, the other, top ninjas, other than Najee, male-wise, wasn't really presented. And to shift the way to sacrifice them for the city finals, making the city finals great. I'm more or less putting this as one of the lesser half of the field for, reasons of that, there wasn't that many A-listers. But after Alyssa Beard, Michelle Warnke, and Najee Richardson, I didn't think there were too many A-listers. I mean, Chris Wilczewski is an A-lister. I would say he's an A-lister ninja, but I can't really say that 100%. Because number one, obviously he wasn't here last season. Obviously for the reasons you do see, tragic reasons of that. But I definitely think that it can't carry itself to be one of those episodes where I want to rewatch Philly. I want to rewatch that because there's a lot of top ninjas. Oh, I like this now. Like Najee, I totally get it. But that's really it. I don't think, I know Chris Wilczewski's huge. I know Alyssa Beard's huge. So I get why they could watch it for Najee and Alyssa Beard. But as you compare it to other cities, I think there wasn't much to handle. But not handle. Not enough to market. They're kind of definitely, in a deep hole. I definitely think they dug themselves in, kind of like a grave. They quite frankly, they can't, if they tried, they couldn't get out of. And they definitely tried. There's emotional stories from those rookies, and I definitely think that's kind of, in A&W's eyes, why, this could be a good episode. Because to them, emotion is kind of just as equal as top ninjas. As the show wants to truly get emotion, and pretty much get you crying. And as far as the course, I do like the course. And I think that's definitely a big plus and why it's not my least favorite episode. Because the course is good, and I do like Nadia, and I do like Alyssa Beard, and I do like Michelle York, and I do like Chris Wilczewski, and I do like Casey Rothschild, the 19-year-old, the 20-year-old, the youngest woman to make it up, to finish the course, and that's why I kind of think it makes up for it for surprises. It makes up for what the few talented ninjas do, as every ninja who thought did good, other than maybe like, yeah, I can't really think of a ninja who didn't. Obviously, I was kind of disappointed that like James the Beast McGrath and Jamie Ron kind of weren't shown, because I think that they're just as talented as Najee. Najee Richardson is super talented, but I think I know Najee is just so big because of last season, but I think James the Beast McGrath and Jimmy Ron kind of again, they're both on the same level, I think. I mean, I think Najee is probably strong, probably strong, but I really think I see why. They get shown, but it's kind of disappointing. It definitely takes away from the talent of ninjas, but I think there's redeeming qualities. I think there is redeeming qualities besides the ninjas, but I feel like there is, a lot of, other than like those few top ninjas, everything else I felt like was kind of forgettable. And I think another thing is because there was not really a lot of top ninjas, people like Michelle York, who is not particularly, she's good. Like, she's good because she's a veteran, but I think in recent years, she's definitely not been as good. And the reason why they're marketing her like crazy in Philly is because that was, they want to at least market more than more than two women, more than just one woman, because of the women's rule, and I definitely think she has a right to be marketed, but I think, yeah, I don't know, maybe, and I guess they need to because of the 3 women who made it up, and I think he was kind of lucky that, like, the one city where, they might not have the most stacked ninjas, they also have surprises. So overall, I can't say, I dislike this episode, as I do very much have qualities in it I like. I just think as kind of one of those rewatchable episodes, it's not really up there, as I kind of think that this episode didn't really offer that much twists, surprises, and stuff like that. Stuff that makes episodes unique. I think this episode, I don't know, it was something different. It was definitely something different. But I think, so now let's play another game of guessing where these ninjas will go. Well, I'm pretty sure Chris Wilczewski and Alyssa Beard, I think, will go to Baltimore, because those were the other ninjas that Akbar teased. And then as far as Michelle York, I mean, she lives in Ohio, so Cincinnati, I'd say, for her. Then you got Jamie Ron. Well, he lives in Colorado. I found that interesting. But he moved there before he competed in Philly, so I'm assuming he'll go back to his roots again. I mean, potentially he'll want to go to Seattle. I don't really, I think maybe Cincinnati, but again, reasons why not is because you would think that the Chicago Ninjas would go there. So it's kind of like, yeah. And it's like, it's one of those games where it's like, I think Baltimore would be fine. And as far as Najee is concerned, I think Baltimore. I think that's kind of something you gotta remember. Is like, but another thing is Jeff Britton might compete there, in between, the addition of James the Beast McGrath. But I think James and Ryan Stratus are on the same level. And when you remember 2 years ago, think about the talent that was there. You got Ryan Stratus, you got Jeff Britton, you got Joe Morosky, Jamie Ron and Najee Richardson. But at the same time, going into that city, the reason they didn't really care, Najee at that point should be penciled out because he wasn't a talent. So if you think pencil out Najee, and you got Chris Olszewski was definitely big, but not as big, I feel like, as this year. But I don't know, it's interesting. I think Mike Brown, I think might be someone who might go to Cincinnati. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Can't really 100% tell. I'm just assuming most of those ninjas would go to Baltimore, other than those who are closer. But the problem is, Mike Bernardo lives in D.C., so again, Baltimore, D.C., they're pretty close. So, I mean, yeah. I'll have to wager that one. It's interesting. So that was kind of my review. Yeah, bye. Stay tuned.